the senior night for Churubusco boys basketball and cheerleading. Tonight we take time to celebrate and recognize our seniors who have dedicated their time, talent, and energy to representing Busco with pride. These student athletes and cheerleaders have shown commitment not only to their teams, but also to their teammates, coaches, school, and community. Senior night is more than just a final season. It's about honoring their relationships, memories, and lessons that will last far beyond the court. As we introduce each of our seniors, we'll share a little about their journey, favorite memories, and what lies ahead. Please join us in celebrating and showing our appreciation for all they've given to Busco boys basketball and Busco cheer. Leading on is Christian Bailey. Christian's being escorted this evening by his parents, David and Sandy Bailey, and his sister, Faith Bailey. Christian plans to go to college for data analytics and some form of basketball. His favorite memory is hitting the 5 3-pointers in one game and the bus rides after away games. He would like to thank his parents, coaches, and supporters, and his advice is to enjoy the time you're given as it will go by fast. Next up, we'd like to welcome Emmanuel Serrano with his parents Rico and Tracy Serrano. Siblings are Ariana and Guadalupe. Manny plans to major in pre-med and then go to med school and become a neurosurgeon. His favorite memory is Silly Simon, and he'd like to thank the coaches. His advice is to do branding. Next, we have Carson Tomlin. Carson's parents are Doug and Tara Tomlin. His siblings are Kobe, Kenzie, and Zoe. Carson plans to attend college. His favorite memory is Brett coming out for all the games and being loud for him. He'd like to thank his coaches and teammates. His advice to underclassmen is take courage and be a man. And last one for the basketball team, Josiah Morales. Parents Luis and Nancy Morales. Siblings Jasmine, Jeremiah, Jay, and Juliet Morales. His future plans are to attend college or high school major in business administration with a minor in marketing. His favorite memory was the most memorable moment of being able to be a part of this team and be a positive impact and influence on everyone around him. Many would like to thank many people, including God, for the ability to play these sports all these years that he loves most and for being with him every step of his journey. The Busco community for the warm welcome they've given him since moving here, from the students to the teachers. He's grateful to be part of this school and proud to call himself a War Eagle. And the Busco coaches for giving him a chance to play when no one else ever did, and for coaching him every day knowing that he can always get better. And finally, his parents for their support they gave throughout all these years, for waking up early to taking him to get shots before school started, and always cheering him on as his biggest fans. Thank you always for pleading with him when he got tough and always pushing him. Advice to the classmates, never give up and never get less than the best of anything in your life. The Busco seniors for the basketball program. We'd also like to recognize the Churubusco cheerleading seniors. Brianna Milkovic is being escorted this evening by Raymond and Lynn Dorman. Siblings are Carmen Malakovic. Future plans are to join the Marines. Her favorite memory is tumbling and would like to thank her parents and teachers for continuing to support her and helping her through all the hard times and understanding what us as people go through on a daily basis. And her advice to underclassmen is don't make a permanent decision based on a temporary feeling. And finally, for the last cheerleader, Rainier Jocelyn. Being escorted by Eric and Harla. Host parents are Jim and Sabrina Woodcastle. Siblings are Ivanka and plans to go to college and then the Army. Her favorite memories are hanging out with the cheer friends during football games on Friday nights, and would like to thank Missy, the cheer coach, Brianna, for helping her win cheers, Samara for being there when she needed her, and would like to thank Jim and Sabrina for allowing her to stay with you during the school year and have a wonderful all-year experience. Her advice is, do not be afraid and try something new. Let's give one more round of applause for our seniors and their families. Thank you for your dedication, leadership, and the fun you brought to our Churubusco cheerleading program and basketball program. On behalf of the coaches, teammates, and the entire Churubusco community, we wish you nothing but success in your future. You'll always be a part of the Busco family, and we're grateful for the impact you've made in our program. Once again, congratulations, seniors, and thank you for everything.
And as you can see, the Churubusco seniors being recognized here tonight. on senior night here at the Eagles Nest. Up top, Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. So, again, we still have the 20-minute warm-up incoming, and after they take pictures on the floor, and we'll eventually get the basketballs out on the floor and go from there. But as soon as the pictures are taken and the players begin to warm up, we will begin our normal game day protocol for you here on Summit City Sports, at a battle of two teams trying to avoid being in the basement in the NECC, as Garrett and Churubusco both coming in trying to avoid being at the bottom of the table. As you can see, 4-15 for the Railroaders, 3-14 for the Eagles here at Churubusco. Great crowd on hand here tonight, though. And, of course, Senior Day ceremonies. They do a great job of recognizing here that in Turtletown. But as we wait for the clock to get started at the 20-minute mark, and then, of course, warm-ups, anthems, you will be looking closer to about an 8:15 start time tonight. So 45-minute delay. Again, with senior night celebrations, but also, too, on top of that, a double overtime game, and a great double overtime game, mind you, here at the home of the Eagles, but it was the Railroaders that got the win, 55-53, as Aiden Masick, the freshman, netting 24 points. 24 points of the freshman, mind you, to get the quick points on the board, as the Eagles now quickly running out. Well, waiting to run out, we should say. A variation of the football run out, we should say. So the Eagles trying to take down a rival here tonight, as the Railroaders now come to the court. They're going to be in the maroon jerseys here at Churubusco High School. We'll be back with you coming up in just a little bit, let's say about 10 minutes or so, as we will have a preview of this matchup, get you caught up on some of the other games going on tonight. Got a feeling we may be the last man standing here tonight on Summit City Sports, but we hope that you'll join us, and a great evening of basketball already in store. We're just the aperitif, or dessert, if you will, coming up, as the Railroaders trying to at least get some positive momentum going to finish out their season. Same thing for the Eagles, looking to get a senior night win here at Churubusco High School. As we will step aside and be back with you coming up in just a little bit. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a whole lot of everything, and I come from study. And now the whole world don't know my name, and I used to have nothing. But now I got a whole lot of everything, that's why I come from study. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to sound harder than the street light. Ran the streets sometimes.
And on a balmy 51-degree evening here in Turtletown, we welcome you inside Churubusco High School and an all-important matchup of the NECC to try to stay out of the basement if they can, as it is the Churubusco Eagles taking on the Garrett Railroaders. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following. The Big Eye Fish Bar and Grill. They've been servicing Fort Wayne for many generations, and is a local institution where you can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment, only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Top Steel Tire, 2 locations best to serve you off North Clinton and West Jefferson. Top Steel Tire servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years with all your tire and automotive needs. Ottmuller Contracting provides bid-to-build, peace of mind process throughout the entire building process. Visit them online, ottmullercontracting.com today. By Summit Volleyball, training and building the highest quality volleyball players from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the best defense. The choice of an attorney should not be made solely upon advertisements. By Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, quality work, responsive to service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about at Sioka Cleaning and Restoration. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are designed for your convenience and flexibility. In fact, some programs can be completed in as little as 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu today to find out how you can start your journey. By TJW Industrial, the leaders in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. Leaders in refrigeration, mechanical, HVAC, and plumbing, and 24-hour emergency service. That's what they're all about at TJW Industrial. Well, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the affiliated district councils and local unions that help build Indiana, we are Lyota. You can earn your edge this season thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge training program. It's designed to maximize your flexibility and athleticism. Be sure to schedule a free consultation right now online at parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge. Also brought to you by Always 100 Academy Drills and Skills from now until May 28th. Ages pre-K through 12th grade from 5 to 6:30, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights at PSM Fieldhouse can drop in and develop your dribbling, shooting, passing, and defense. Just $10, that's all it takes, and 10 by 10, get 2 sessions for free. That's over on Iceway. Thanks to our friends at Always 100. And, of course, brought to you by the fine folks at Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on X at 260 Sports. Be sure to like us on 260 Sports, I should say. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, JV was an interesting affair tonight, but we feel like we've got an intriguing affair again when these two teams meet up. Again, just a close rivalry, not too far away from each other in the NECC, as the Railroaders and the Eagles, again, both wrap it up their regular season, with the regular season just a little over a week and a half away from being concluded before postseason play begins on Tuesday night. And, of course, we'll see how the ping pong balls will drop for these two teams. But in the meantime, let's talk about, again, how these two teams got here. Again, you look 4-15 on the season. You look to try to get some positive momentum, and the Eagles, but the Railroaders have fallen on a little bit of hard times since January 15th. They've only won one game, and that was over the East Side Blazers. But other than that, it's been losses to Tippy Valley, Columbia City, Fairfield, Lakeland, Westview, and Warsaw, all in that month-long stretch. Because, again, they were looking about even at the table, but, again, have just tried to struggle to find some consistency on the board. So, will they at least try to get on the winning edge to close out their 2025-26 campaign? We shall see. And technically in the NECC, they are 8th place at the moment, so would love to try to get out of the bottom of the table if they can. Meanwhile, for the Churubusco Eagles, it's really been up and down, up and down. Yes, they come in 3-14, having a little bit of a rough start of the season, not getting their first win until January 9th of this year against Fremont. But since the win against Arcos, or we should say since the loss to Central Noble back on January 30th, the Eagles are 2-2 as it stands right now. Winners over Arcos, 58-41, but also losses to Lakeland and Lakewood Park Christian, but getting a 41-point win over Hamilton on the 13th this past Friday night. So the Railroaders could be a formidable opportunity for Churubusco to get an all-important W and, again, try to pull themselves out of the basement if they can in the NECC. Take a look at leaders to keep an eye on here tonight. For Garrett, it looks a little bit like this. 2 players averaging over 10 points per game, and the offense is really going to have to go through Carter Kaufman and Aiden O'Neill tonight. Kaufman coming in at 15.1 points per game. Aiden O'Neill with right at 10 points per game. But Aiden Reed, an efficient field goal shooter, coming in at 48%. Gabe Armstrong at 46%. Kaufman leading the way when it comes to passing the ball around. O'Neill leading the way in rebounds, coming in at 5.8 boards per game. Meanwhile, take a look at the Churubusco Eagles. It's senior night for a reason, because a great senior core has led the way for the Eagles this season. As Josiah Morales coming in, leading the way at 12.1 points per game. Carson Tonkel at 9.4. Christian Baling with 6.1 points per game here in 2025, or the 2025-26 season. As the school songs are beginning to be played here at Churubusco with the maroon and navy, we should say, of the Garrett Railroaders. Led by second-year head coach Logan Traylor. Again, 4-15 this season. Last year at 19-7. So again, a reversal of fortune for the Railroaders, but looking to get right back into the swing of things. They were 5-18 and 23-24, mind you. So again, very much up and down, but certainly some things to look forward to moving forward for this Railroader squad. Meanwhile, for Churubusco, again, we mentioned 3-14, but currently on a 2-2 streak as it stands, with winning 2 and dropping 2. So if the Eagles can find a way to push forward, they certainly will try to. Last year they finished 9-15, so they won't be able to finish higher than that unless they go on a wild run in Class 2. But again, a team that has been trying to get their first winning season in quite some time. As we take a look again back at previous records, last time they had a winning season was when they won sectionals back in the 20-21 season. So, again, stranger things can happen in Indiana high school basketball. We've seen that happen before between many of these teams here in the region. And again, depending on how the ping pong balls drop, you get a team on a good night versus a team not on a good night, and you find a way to push forward, could certainly change things up just a little bit more. As again, the Churubusco fight song being played right now, as the team's eventually going to be returning back to the floors in just a little bit. We'll step aside for one more break, and when we come back, we'll have your starting lineups and opening tip-off between the Eagles and the Railroaders. In fact, we can go ahead and tell you the starting lineup since we have them in front of us as it stands right now. For Garrett, it's going to look a little bit like this. Number 2, Carter Kaufman, no surprise. He's in the rotation leading the way. Number 13, Gabe Armstrong. Number 30 in Jake Gagne. Number 42, Isaiah King, and Aiden O'Neill leading the way for Logan Traylor and his Garrett Railroaders. Meanwhile, for Churubusco, the lineup looks a little bit like this. Number 12, Josiah Morales. Number 14, Carson Tonkel. Number 24, Manny Serrano. Number 30, Christian Bailey. Number 50, I beg your pardon, and Colt Singleton. So again, a senior-heavy lineup tonight. All 4 seniors going to get the start nod from Coach Gabe Garman and company, as the Eagles and the Railroaders are ready here on senior night at the Eagles Nest. As the team's coming out again, warming up once more, we'll take one more break and be back with you coming up in just a moment. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
the athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, SummitCitySports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, and that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve. to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Lineups being introduced tonight and the seniors being introduced. Interesting to know with both parents on the floor tonight. Or all the senior parents, we should say, on the floor tonight. Here in a special starting rotation for these two teams here tonight. So in case you're just joining us, the lineups look a little bit like this. Number 12, Josiah Morales. Number 14, Carson Tonko. Number 24, Manny Serrano. Number 30, Christian Bailey. Number 50, Colt Singleton. Singleton, the lone senior, not getting the start here tonight. Now, I do want to give you guys a heads up camera-wise. It's just you and me tonight. Angles, I will do my best to get close for you, but nonetheless, we should have a fun game here tonight. As, again, the Eagles and the Railroaders both trying to find the positive momentum in their direction. The question is, how close can they go? We're underway as Garrett takes it over to start. Railroaders lineup looks a little bit like this. Number 2, Carter Kaufman. Number 13, Gabe Armstrong. Number 30, Jay Gagne. Number 42, Isaiah King. Aiden O'Neill wearing number 44. Rounding out the starting rotation for Coach Logan Traylor and company. Garrett, as you can see, they're in the away maroon uniforms with the checker stripe down the right on the sides of the uniforms. White trim and white numbers and white letters and maroon trim. Churubusco, you can see they've got Busco in the home white jerseys on front, black letters, gold trim, and the eagle above the number in the bottom part of the shorts. As O'Neill able to get this one quickly on the board to start, and the Railroaders strike first 2-0. Churubusco wasting no time, and the hand to Tonkel, eventually taken away by Garrett. Now quickly going up, connection scores. Gabe Armstrong able to get the quick steal and score on the board. First minute gone by, already 4-0. Advantage of the Railroaders. Here's the inside connection now for Tonkel. Tonkel trying to continue to keep it afloat. He's able to get a kiss off the glass up and in. So the leading scorers, again, continuing to make some noise for both of these teams. And no surprise, Tonkel being one of them leading the charge. There's another push inside for O'Neill. That's going to be misconnected. And back in the hands of Aiden O'Neill. O'Neill now looks to try to drive it inside the paint. Bounce pass up. Connection easy up and in. Yes. Jake Gagne able to get it quickly on the board. You can see Garrett now looking to settle in. I'll try to go for a full court press and deflect it out of play. As you can see, Colt Singleton was still very much on the line. So great pressure from the Railroaders to start here in quarter number 1, 6-2. With 6:12 remaining. Here's a bounce pass on the left side. Gets it over to Armstrong. Armstrong again, 2-on-1. Can't get it off the iron. Rebound on the boards. Eventually goes back in the hands of O'Neill, and he scores. Aiden O'Neill with 4 of 8 on the board. And the Railroaders off to a quick start in the first 2 minutes and change. With 5:51 remaining here in the opening quarter, 8-2. Advantage of the Railroaders. Now Churubusco going to have to try to find some answers. The full court press has not been terribly kind to them. Neither will the shot be for number 12 and Josiah Morales. And now another chance incoming for Garrett. Here's a long 3 from O'Neill. Way off the iron. One-hander, nice save again from Kaufman. Connection, can't get it to go from the hands of King. King again, eventually pinballs, but somehow ends up in the hands of Manny Serrano. Serrano able now to quickly get it away up in the hands of Morales. Morales can't get it. And a whistle push on the floor going to go against Kaufman, so he's going to pick up his first. And team foul number 1 with 5:17 remaining here in this opening quarter. Again, late start time. JV going into double overtime, a fun JV double overtime game, we should say. Plus senior night celebrations here in Eagle Country. But if this game is anything like what we saw in the JV game, should be in for a fun senior night. Here's a long triple, going to rim out. Eventually back in the hands of Serrano. Serrano trying to continue to keep a push on it. Eventually picked up by Kaufman. Kaufman again. Now looking again over to reset to Morales. Long triple on the way. Rims in and out. Serrano able to get the nice rebound. The offensive rebounds again happened something to note here tonight. This one eventually pays off for Carson Tonkel. As Tonkel able to get it quickly on the board. With 4:35 remaining here in the opening quarter, 8-4. So again, it hasn't been necessarily the defensive boards that have made the difference, but it's been offensive boards and getting a lot of second chance buckets that have made the difference tonight. Garrett again, not shying away from still going full court man-to-man. 10-4 advantage of the Railroaders, 4:09 left to go here in the first. They settle again in the back. It's Morales. Morales spits this one across. Now connected again over to Bailey. Bailey sets over again. Tick down to Morales. Morales for three. That goes over the top. It's not going to go as it just gets over the edge of the board. Otherwise, if it maybe would have leaned a little the other way, could have maybe gone another way. But nonetheless, still a two-possession lead and advantage for Garrett. 3:43 remaining here in quarter number one. Here's the swing in now over to Armstrong. And a reach in going to be called against Churubusco. As that'll be against number 30, Christian Bailey, and so that'll be his first. So he picks his first, team foul number one, 3:36 remaining. This one deflected in the back. We'll look to see if they go for the triple. Not so much. Triple for that one doesn't go off the hands of Armstrong. And another pivot away, eventually rebounded back in the hands of the Eagles. With 3:21 remaining here in the opening quarter. Able to set this down over to Tonkel. For another reaching going to be called. Actually, a deflection out of play. No reaching will be called. So in that case, no harm, no foul. With 3:16 remaining here in the first. It's the Railroaders leading it 10-4. As they're trying to snap a 1-7 skid and get win number 5 in their 2025 campaign. Here's the Eagles again. Jumper on the way from Tonkel. This one rims off. Rebounded back in the hands of the Railroaders. Quick switch across opposite direction. They get it back over to King. King, jumper off the glass. Can't get it to go. Eventually pinballs into the hands of Reed. And now a chance to reset on the back, and eventually they go to Reed. Reed not liking what he sees. You can see Coach Traylor, well, you can't see Coach Traylor slowing down near bottom of the screen, telling his guys to ease up a little bit. So they've done a great job of trying to command the pressure in their control. A little pop and shoot on the way for Carter Kaufman on the board. So Kaufman able to get the quick bucket. And the lead now back to 8, or we should say up to 8 tonight for Garrett. With 2:20 remaining here in the first. Chance again for Busco. Go back over to Tonkel. Tonkel trying to keep it in the hands of Kaufman. Do they rule it over the line? Oh, a push is going to be an offensive foul, actually, on Tonkel. So it looks like he reached in a little bit on number 2, and Carter Kaufman got a little caught up in the scuffle, so an all-important foul going to go against Busco with 2:07 remaining here in the opening quarter, as Tonkel will get ticketed for his first. 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1, 12-4. Nearly made it 14 as it just rims out of the hands of Jake Gagne. Garrett again still looking to stay full court. You got to think Busco wants to try to go fast break. That's exactly what they're doing. 2-on-1 pressure now. Able to spit it out and away. Connects over to Serrano. Serrano trying to continue to keep it in time. Serrano on the right hook. Nearly picked out of the hands of Hedges, but eventually deflected out of play. Ari Hippensteel coming in, the 5'10 senior. As the ball was last touched by the Railroaders with the $1:24 remaining here in quarter number 1. Another push on the left side, gets back over to Morales. Morales looks over, gets it out and away, finds Bailing. Bailing looking over again up top. Bounce pass again over to Serrano. Serrano on the return, 2-on-1 pressure. Nice kiss off the glass for Tunkel to get it quickly on the board. But the Eagles would have stopped and take a timeout. So a 30-second timeout. We will keep it with them. And again, other high school basketball going on right now on Summit City Sports. As we have some updates from other games going on. Normally we would do this at halftime with you, but since we're starting a little late, we'll go ahead and get you caught up on some of the other action going on. As Northrop leading over Canterbury only by 6, 42-36. They're in the third quarter in that one. Woodland and Eastside. It's the Warriors leading over the Blazers. 28-21 there at the intermission. And last we looked at the break, 35-17. It's DeKalb all over Concordia. Over at the cage. Just off Anthony and Campus Drive. Just off Anthony Street, we should say, in Fort Wayne. .612 advantage of Garrett. Long triple on the way, won't go. Rebound back to the hands of the Eagles. 1:04 remaining. Now back down to a minute remaining. This one deflected off. Banks it home and in. Blaine Wilson able to answer the call quickly. And now down to a 1 possession game. And don't look now, the Eagles on a quick 5-0 run. It's the freshman able to get the 3. Rebound eventually picked up from the hands of Palmer. Palmer now able to continue to keep on the control. Palmer again. Looks out. Settles down over for Wilson. Less than 30 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. 12-9 advantage of the Railroaders. Nearly picked away by Garrett. As you can see, Wilson just stuck in the middle. Eventually loses it, but so does Aiden Reed. Oh my goodness. A quick sequence of events results in a Busco ball. Jumper off the board, 2-on-1 pressure, 1 second, deflected, up, and out of play. Well, an entertaining first quarter on the board as the Railroaders lead it 12-9, but the Eagles on a quick 5-0 run here in quarter as we go to quarter number 2. Back in a moment.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
12-9 our score as we go into the second quarter. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us here on senior night at the home of the Eagles. And right now, Churubusco on a quick 5-0 run to close out in quarter number 1. Railroaders had as much as a 5-point lead early on or 8-point lead early on in quarter number 1. But eventually, some quick shooting was able to get that out of the way. But an offensive foul charge going to go against Morales. So Morales is going to pick up his first. That's his team's first. And you can hear the student section say, "Boo that man, boo." Again, just trying to make an offensive run. There's a long triple on the way from Hippensteel. Can't get it to go. Now another chance again for Churubusco. Able to get this one down and across. Bounce pass again, gets over to, gets back over to Tonkel. Tonkel again on the return. Sets back over for Palmer. Palmer trying to continue to keep it alive. This one spit across to Serrano. Serrano rims in and out, but a nice save up the middle for Josiah Morales. As Morales able to get it quickly on the board. At a 1-point game, and now Busco on a 7-0 run since the late stages of quarter number 1. What can the Railroaders do to find an answer? Been quiet since about the 2:30 mark in quarter number 1. A long triple not going to help from Hippensteel. 2-on-1 pressure down again for Armstrong. Armstrong, 2-on-1 split. O'Neal able to get a kiss off the glass and in. Stops the run from Aiden O'Neal. The lead down back up to 3. O'Neal with 6 of 14 on the board for Garrett. There's another bounce pass push again coming in from Palmer. Palmer able to set in on the control. Goes back over to Serrano. Serrano gets the handoff over to Wilson. Wilson, 2-on-1 pressure. Goes for the arm bar, eventually tripped down. And a foul's going to be picked up against Blaine Wilson. So that's going to be his second. Or his first, I beg your pardon. So all of a sudden, Churubusco picks up 2 team fouls early on with 6:09 remaining here in the second quarter. 14-11. So again, you don't want to have the early foul trouble come back to haunt you, especially being down by as much as you were and cutting it to 1. Long triple, can't get it to go. 2-on-1 pressure, out of bounds play. Going to say last touch by Garrett, and looks like off the hands of Aiden Reed on the reach. Or last touch by Churubusco, I beg your pardon. Here's the swing in over for Reed. Getting out to O'Neal. O'Neal again, 2-on-1. Cross-court pass over to Reed. Reed again on the connection. Finds Hedges. Dawson Hedges in the game. 2-on-1 pressure. Now they got to try to find a way to get out of it if they can. It's Gagne. Spits this one over. Big triple for Kaufman on the board. As Carter Kaufman able to get the kiss off the glass. And the lead now back to 6. 5:20 remaining here in quarter number 2. A quick moving first half thus far. It's 17-11. Again, both teams, I feel like as if it's a situation where it might be first to 55. You'll be in good territory. So both teams have not scored quite a bit on the board this season, but if they can get just enough, maybe enough to get them through. This one going to rim off the hands of Kaufman. And a foul going to be picked up against Garrett. And it looks like it will be against Jake Gagne. So Gagne is going to pick up his first team foul number 1. And a 6-point game, 17-11. With 4:53 remaining here in quarter number 2. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. It's the regular season coming to a close in the next week and a half. And of course, we'll be interested to see how the ping pong balls will drop on both sides of the equation for these two teams. So rebound going to go back into Garrett territory. This one picked up by Kaufman. Steal away again once more for the hands of Powell. Powell now quickly chasing up, gets over to Sullinger. Sullinger gets it outside. Gets over to Knott. Knott can't get it to go. Nice hand tip away from Palmer. But eventually picked up again once more by Busco. Kaufman takes it on his own and in. Carter Kaufman with a quick give and go on the board. And the Railroaders now back to their largest lead of the night at 8 points with 4:05 remaining here in quarter number 2. Another swing, a reach in, going to be called this time against Gagne. Or actually, yep, Gagne is going to get credited for it, so that's his second, team foul number 2. And we'll see Carson Tonkel make his way to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Haven't seen too many free throws across the board in this matchup thus far in the first 12 minutes of change. This one going to be off the mark and no good. As you see number 42, Isaiah King, returning in action. But again, feels like it's going to be a battle of possessions. And for Tonkel, again, he's a good source of scoring for the Eagles. Makes the second. 7-point game advantage of the Railroaders. The Eagles still have some work left to do. Railroaders want to try to at least build a little bit of a cushion if they can. That's one way to do it in the paint for Aiden O'Neal. As O'Neal now with 8 on the board tonight. 3:38 remaining here in quarter number 2. Cutting in the inside. Nice little swish in. Back again for Tonkel. So he's gotten the last 3 on the board for Churubusco. But another quick swish in for Kaufman. And now the bank seems to be open when it comes to scoring. Both teams feeling a little more loose, feeling a little more warm when it comes to the shooting possibilities. With 3:11 left to go here in the opening half. Handoff, tip down, can't get it, but a chance to try to get some more on the board on the reach-in. As Isaiah King's going to pick up his first, but already team foul number 3 for the Railroaders with 3:07 remaining here in the second. So only one more left to give, and then it's going to be free throws the rest of the way. As you see Josiah Morales headed to the line, gets his first of 2. Morales leading the way in points as the senior, 12.1 coming into tonight's game on average for Coach Gabe Garman and company. He makes the second. Down to a 7-point game, 23-16. Offensive scoring starting to warm up a little bit between these two squads. With 3 minutes remaining here in quarter number 2. 23-16 advantage of the Railroaders. Here's a long triple for Kaufman. This one goes off the top and out the other way. With 2:52 remaining here in the second. And it has certainly been a back and forth affair tonight, but really more so in the matter of the fact that tonight's been a game of runs going back and forth. We saw Garrett go on a quick 8-0 run, and Churubusco on a 5-0. Garrett in the midst of a 7-0 run at one point. So they'll have to try to continue to combat against each other. Maybe get another run in one way or another. So reach-in going to be called against Isaiah King. So King all of a sudden now with his second. And just like that, Churubusco going to be entering bonus territory. With Aiden Serrano coming back in for the Eagles. So just like that, it'll be free throws for the remaining 2:49 for Churubusco. Can they find a way to capitalize and get an and one? You can see Tonkel trying to continue to keep it in control. Able to sail this one out. Now finds Palmer. Palmer can't get it off the iron. Garrett wasting no time up the middle. Looks to lob this one up. Can't get it to go. As Armstrong trying to get a hand on it. Long triple on the way from Bailey. That one falls short. They let that one sail out of play and go back into Eagle territory. Smart move to at least just let that bounce out if you can. And that's precisely what they do with 2:19 remaining here in the second quarter. Outbound pass coming now for Blaine Wilson. Gets it down over to Palmer. Palmer again continuing to keep it in control. Gets it down over to Serrano. Serrano still trying to continue to keep it alive. They are doing a good job of at least trying to keep the scoring in their position. There's Morales now. Right side of the key connects over to Tonkel. This one sped out and away now over to Serrano. Serrano again up top. Looks out to Morales. Tonkel for the left side of the key. Up and in. Carson Tonkel continuing to rack up his scoring tonight. He's got 9 of the 18 for Churubusco. With 1:44 remaining. Long triple on the way. Falls short. Rebounded by Serrano. Serrano connects back over to Morales. And Morales now trying to slow it down to keep it in Turtle territory, or Turtle Town territory, we should say, with 90 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Garrett has had a lead as many as 9. The Eagles have not taken the lead at all tonight. It's a double dribble going to be called against Serrano. And a bit of a minor line change coming in now for Garrett. It's Dawson Hedges. Jake Gagne also coming in. Number 12, Ari Heppensteel, entering for the Railroaders. With 1:28 remaining here in quarter number 2. They set it up top. Gets back over to Gagne. Gagne spits it out and over. Finds Kaufman. Cross-court pass. Looks over to Armstrong. Armstrong trying to continue to keep it in control. Now spits back again for Hedges. Hedges looking able to sail it over. It's Kaufman for 3. Can't get it to go. A reach over. Not going to be called. They say play on, and a great heads-up play from Serrano. With 51 seconds remaining here in the opening half. And you can hear the chants of overrated coming in from the Eagles student section. 40 seconds remaining. They're being very patient. And a reach in, draws to contact. Blaine Wilson doing a great move to try to reach inside. So free throws upcoming. As Hippensteel will bring it down. And Blaine Wilson, the freshman, and a great freshman campaign for him this season, currently the 4th leading scorer on the team as he makes the first. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we will get you caught up on some of the other scores going on across this fine state, across our region. In fact, some games just going final. Again, the late start time, thanks to the great JV matchup, 55-53 advantage of the Railroaders in that one. And Senior Day celebrations. So in case you're just joining us, you've missed a little bit, but still a lot more exciting basketball to go. As Wilson makes 2 of them. We'll see if Garrett will try to hold it out a little bit. They're down 3, 25 seconds left to go here in the opening half. Back in the hands of Kaufman, and he's content to at least just hold it back, wait for the right opportunity to fire if he can. It's Coach Logan Traylor signaling the thumbs down to take down the tempo. You got to think they'll try to turn it on at 8, and they do. Here's the pitch out again for Kaufman. Nearly had an open opportunity. Nice spit up, jumper away. Armstrong can't get it off the board, and that's how the first half comes to a close. Well, a first half that has gone back and forth we go, but a fun one here in Turtletown as it's 23-20, an advantage of the Railroaders. But again, just continuous back and forth efforts here in this one. As Churubusco still looking for their first lead tonight. Garrett leading by as many as 9, but down to 3 as we go into the intermission. We'll be back with the second half coming up in just a moment. And tonight's game on Summit City Sports is brought to you by the following, including the Big Eyed Fish Bar and Grill. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment only at the Big Eyed Fish. By Tom Steele Tire, 2 locations best to serve you off North Clinton and West Jefferson. Visit them online, TomSteeleTire.com, servicing the Fort Wayne area for all your tire and automotive needs for over 40 years. By Ottmuller Contracting, from bid to build, Ottmuller Contracting has you covered. Visit them online, OttmullerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball, building champions in the inside out, training volleyball players in the ages of 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. By Jolly Law Firm, the area's premier criminal defense firm. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the best defense. The choice of an attorney should not be based solely upon advertisements. By Siaka Cleaning and Restoration, quality work, responsive service, and a commitment to people. That's what they're all about at Siaka Cleaning and Restoration. From the University of St. Francis and their online degree programs, visit them online at online.sf.edu today to find out how you can complete programs in as little as 12 months. Visit them online at online.sf.edu today. By TJW Industrial, the leaders in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit them online at tjwindustrial.com. For the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with affiliated district councils and local unions that help build Indiana, we are La Una. You can earn your edge this season thanks to Parkview Sports Medicine's Edge Training Program designed to maximize your athleticism. Visit them online at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. SummitCitySports.com. By Always 100 Academy, drills and skills, ages 5 through pre-K through 12, I should say, from 5 to 6:30 on Monday through Thursday. You can develop your dribbling, shooting, passing, and defense. 10 pucks, that's all it takes to drop in. And punch cards are available when you buy 2. When you buy 10, you get 2 sessions for free. Be sure to visit them online at always100basketball.net. Again, Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursday nights, 5 to 6:30 at the PSM Fieldhouse. And, of course, brought to you by the fine folks here at Summit City Sports. Be sure to follow us on X at 260 Sports. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. We go to the intermission as it's Garrett leading 23-20, but Churubusco certainly trying to get back onto the right path. Will they find a way to get the win here on senior night? We'll find out coming up in just a little bit as we go to the intermission. You're watching Indiana High School Basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cup Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come from nothing. And now the whole world don't know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from nothing. When I'm gone, the whole world don't know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street life. I was trying to shine harder than the street light. Ran the streets sometimes.
We welcome you back. Intermission complete. We go to quarter number 3, and really what's been just a continuous back-and-forth effort tonight between Garrett and Churubusco. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. And again, you talk about just trying to go on streaky runs, one after another. That's really been the case here tonight on both sides of the ball. Let's adjust the timeouts real quick and show that Churubusco has 4. Not taking a timeout now, but they did earlier on, we should say. But nonetheless, the leading scorers, each team has their own advantage moving forward, including for the Eagles, it's number 14, Carson Talkle, 9 on the board tonight for him thus far. For Garrett, they counter with Carter Kaufman. Again, no surprise. Kaufman leading the way for the Railroaders all season long at 15 points per game on average. Talkle just a shade under 10. Coming into this one tonight. Of course, obviously with this one, senior night for the Eagles, as they have one more home game coming up on Friday as they welcome in Fairfield, and then finish out their season at Whitco and at Eastside next week. That'll be on the 21st and the 27th respectively. The Railroaders have a date with DeKalb, and their senior night coming up on Friday, before heading down to Northside and West Noble over in Loganier coming up next week. That shot's off the mark. Quick jumper in on the inside, will not get it to go. And again, do want to remind you, just you and me tonight. So again, camera angles somewhat at a premium, but we're doing the best we can, and hey, you're watching a great game thus far, and what more could you want on a Tuesday night? We'd like to also welcome those of you that were just watching the Northrop and Canterbury game, where the Cavaliers winners by 1, 52-51 in the final in that one. We'll get you caught up as time permits at some of the other games going on across the region here tonight. 6 games on our network this evening. The Eagles now coming right to left on your screen. Railroaders going to go left to right. It's Bailey Gets it out to Serrano. Serrano settles it again on top and throws it away, way out of play. As it looks like it was just kind of an early trigger from the hands of Christian Bailey. So going to stay with the Railroaders. Bring it back, 6:57 remaining. Here's a push again from Armstrong. Sets down to Kaufman and back to Armstrong. Kaufman again now up top. Slowly taking his time again. Really the motto is chess match, but a nice set piece play coming in for number 42 at Isaiah King, the big fella, getting it quickly on the board and the lead back up to 5. With 6:26 remaining, early stages in quarter number 3. Bounce pass down low, gets over to Tonkel. Tonkel trying to keep it in his hands. 2-on-1 pressure. Can't get it. Nice offensive board. That's really been the story. Off the knee. Going to stay in Eagle territory. With a 5-point advantage, 25-20. So we've got an overtime game going on at Woodland. As Eastside and Woodland, they are knotted up at 50 right now in extra time. Long triple on the way, will not go from the hands of Bailey. DeKalb also a winner, as this one easy up and in time. Back in the hands again from King once more. So we'd like to welcome those of you that were just watching DeKalb and Concordia. Well, the Barons get the win 58-42. A reaching going to go against Carson Tonkel on the board. And the story of the night has been really just streaky scoring, where we've seen one team get 5-6 points in a row. Another team tries to battle back and do the same thing. But it's been Garrett that's played a little more consistently in this matchup thus far. As the foul going to be picked up for the Railroaders. So they pick up their first here in quarter number 1. So it looks like it's going to go against Kaufman, so he will pick up his first today. And more substitutions coming in the interim. Number 23 now in Aiden Reed. And Tonkel leading the way in scoring. No one as of yet in double digits. And Tonkel just changed that. 6-point game, 27-21. Get the defense step up big for Churubusco, or the Railroaders find a way to chug on ahead. That's a nice takeaway again from Tonkel up in the middle. Tonkel going out on the right side. Tonkel spits it out and away. Connects back to Morales. Morales now left side of the key. Left side, top for Morales. Now spits it back outside. Fake jumper, long short for Wilson. Had a little bit of a miscue on it, and now the Garrett students and some of the parents now yelling air ball at the freshman. Nice cut up in on the inside for Gabe Armstrong. The freshman for the Railroaders now makes it an 8-point game. With 5:03 remaining, this one's going to be deflected out of play. And a foul will be called against the Railroaders, as Aiden Reed is going to pick up his first. So already 2 fouls for the Railroaders with 5 minutes to go here in the third. A quick-moving third quarter thus far. Again, despite the delayed start time, pretty clean game again for both of these two teams. Railroaders with 10 fouls, Churubusco only with 5 thus far. Eagles again reach in on the inside. Extra contact going to be drawn. And again, this time picked up by Aiden Reed. So already one more left to give, and Busco trying to get in good territory. Also another game going on. Northside leading over Heritage 35-22. They are just getting underway in the third quarter. Tim Atkinson on the call for that one. This one going to be deflected out of the box and out of play. 29-21 advantage of Garrett. But again, it's really felt like kind of a chess match here tonight. Both teams you don't see get above 60 points terribly often. There's a long triple on the way. That's going to be short. Goes back over to Palmer. Palmer swings it back. Nearly deflected and taken away by Kaufman. Nice spit back the other way. Long triple goes. Bang! Josiah Morales with a big triple, and the lead down to 5 as he's got lucky number 7 on the board. With 3 minutes to go. Another triple on the opposite side. Can't get it, but a nice deflected play from the hands of Armstrong, and a nice kiss off the backboard and in time. So Garrett finding a way to quickly deflect it. But again, powered by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Take a look again as Morales, let's take it back to this play, we should say. Morales able to set up in time, just quick passing on the board for the Eagles here in quarter number 3, and able to drain it to take it at 1 point down to a 5-point game. The lead extended now down to 7. Don't forget, more basketball coming up for you tomorrow night here on Summit City Sports as we head over to Leo as Bishop Dwenger takes on the Lions. Coverage begins about 7:30 right here on Summit City Sports. And then Friday night, we go 6 ways on the network for you. We'll let you know those games in just a little bit. But again, only a few more weeks left before postseason play tips off on Tuesday night. And we'll have the selection show, where the selection show, I should say, will be on IHSATV.org Sunday evening. Here's Serrano. Bounce pass again over to Tonkel. Nice connection up the middle. Can't get it to go. Deflected. And it looks like Morales got a little bit of contact on it. No foul will be called. Instead, going to be deflected out of play. So it looks like maybe either a hand to the face or a little extra contact, but no foul. They say play on. A bounce pass still stays with the Eagles. They go back to the freshman and Wilson. Wilson cuts this one across. Now finds Morales. Cut up and one! As Josiah Morales does a great job of continuing to connect in on the inside. He's got 9 on the board, and the Eagles now trying to trim it down again to a 4-point game. 3:19 left to go, and the fouls now continuing to mount for the Railroaders. It's already number 23, Gabe Armstrong, or Aiden Reed, I beg your pardon, has already got 3 on the board. Free throw is good. 31-27. As time becoming a premium, potentially, here in quarter number 3, or will it? Quick cross court on the inside. This one spit down low and deflected out of play. So last touched by Churubusco, so the Railroaders still going to stay with it. 3:01 remaining. It's going to feel like one of those games that maybe the last possession could take it home. And that has certainly proven to be the case here tonight. It's Isaiah King now able to set this one up top. King connects back over to Kaufman. Kaufman now down to Hedges. Hedges gets over to Kaufman again up top. Bounce pass, bets over. Here's Hedges again. Looks on the left side. Bounce pass again. It's O'Neal. They get it out and away. Back to Kaufman. Kaufman still trying to retain control. Over to O'Neal, left side of the key. Bounce pass, long pass connection. Gets it up and in. They went about it the long way. The Railroader fans are looking for the and one, but nonetheless, they get the 2 they need. Still a 2-possession game. 33-27, 2:20 remaining here in quarter number 3. Eagles now slowing it down on their own side. Here's Tonkel. Tonkel blocked away again once more by King. King now connecting. King looks up and gets it to go. Or actually, I beg your pardon, it's O'Neal able to get the connection in on the inside. And so Garrett now doing it with the big post presence as they lead by 5, 1:53 remaining here in the third quarter as we get another whistle. And the double foul looks like maybe going to be called. So a double foul. Miles Palmer's going to pick up one for Churubusco. But in the meantime, number 23, Aiden Reed's going to pick up his 4th, and that's team foul number 5. So again, the rare situation in the double foul. Nobody's shooting free throws on that point, but does all but confirm that Busco is in that bonus for the remaining 1:49 here in quarter number 3. as this one deflected out of play off the boot of Kaufman. So again, Kaufman again trying to do a great job of continuing to keep the momentum in his direction, but the Eagles doing whatever it takes to try to slide on in if they can. They're led tonight by Railroaders, led by O'Neal, Tonkel, and Morales, each with 10 for Busco. Morales able to get it out, finds Palmer. Palmer trying to escape the double team traffic, connects back over again to Tonkel. Tonkel again in control. Tonkel lobs this one up, gets the and one and in. As Carson Tonkel again striking when the time comes right on Garrett. As you can hear the student section chant, find the weight room, find the weight room. As that foul is going to be picked up on number 12 in Ari Hippensteel. So he's got his second. Eagles over, or should say, Railroaders over the limit. And an opportunity for Tonkel again to continue to add to his total. And it does. 5-point game, 1:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Has certainly been one of those where it's been a lot of pressure going back and forth between the two, but has been extremely entertaining nonetheless. Here's Hedges. Able to cut this one over. Finds King. King can't get it to go. Eventually ping-pongs down and picked up now by Tonkel. Less than a minute to go here in quarter number 3. Tonkel trying to continue to keep it in on his own. Gets it down over to Morales. Morales pickpocketed away. Now picked up once more by the Railroaders. Here's King. King looking on the reach in return, and a foul going to be called against Busco.
Personal foul on Churubusco number 12, Jeremiah Morales.
So Morales is going to pick up his first team foul number 2. As Josiah Morales is going to pick up his first of the night. With 46.5 remaining. So again, if you're Busco, fouls, I mean, still very much a premium tonight. Haven't seen too many of them on the board, but Garrett drawing contact on the post has been coming back to bite them just a little bit here this evening. But can they find a way to make up for it? This one batted down. Connecting again up top to Kaufman. They look to reset it again off the hands. And a long triple on the way doesn't go from Kaufman. Eagles now quickly taking it up the other way. We'll look to see if they try to hold for the one shot. If not, Tonkel looking for it before a timeout called by the Eagles. We'll take it with them. 35-30, 22.6 remaining. A fun one in the third. Haven't even hit the fourth yet here on SummitCitySports.com.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
35-30 here in quarter number 3 in the double overtime game, we should say, going on at Woodland. It's 60-58 in advantage of the Blazers as they are midway through that second overtime. Homestead and East Noble, that one has just gone to a final with the Spartans winning that one by 12, I believe. Waiting to get the final confirmation. Nope, just a 10-point victory. 48-38, that's at least what we saw last on the scoring. So for those of you that were just watching that game, we'd like to welcome you to what has been a fun one here tonight in Busco territory as students trying to get a little loud here, and with good reason. 16.5 remaining. Connection in on the inside for Tonkel, but batted off the body of Kaufman. So going to stay in Busco territory with 11.7 remaining. Tonko leading with 13 tonight. Has a hand on it. Spits back to Morales. Morales, connection, jumper, no. Another chance, can't get it, but a foul. As Miles Palmer, credit to him for continuing to fight away to continue to beat the battle up top, but could not get it to go. So it's 35-30 in advantage the Railroaders, but the Eagles could potentially do it on free throws, something they've been okay at tonight. Not the strongest in free throw shooting, but have been able to hit some free throws when it's mattered the most. It's still going to go into a 2-possession game at the intermission. The question is, will it be at 4 points, 5, or 6? Or 6 or 7, we should say. This one falls short, eventually picked up. Palmer, redemption! Miles Palmer gets it in time, and it is 3. Let's take a look at that again one more time. Just a nice little step back on the board, up and in, and we have ourselves a fun one brewing here in the Eagles' Nest on senior night. 35 Garrett, 32 for Busco. The Eagles looking for their first lead all night. Will they get it? Come back and join us in just a moment.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
I got a hold of everything and I come from nothing. And now the whole world gon' know my name. And I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. That's why I come from nothing. When I'm gone, the whole world gon' know my name. 12 years old, caught up in that street line. I was trying to shout harder than the street light. Ran the street sometimes.
We welcome you back. 35-32 in advantage of the Railroaders, but the Eagles have certainly found a way to make things interesting as they trail by 3. Joe Northern, delighted to have you with us. This one nearly picked away, deflected off the hands of Armstrong, but eventually going to go back into Eagle territory, or still going to stay with the Eagles, but deep behind the Garrett bench, as you can see. But really the story of the night has been getting the and ones and the free throws. The and ones have been in the favor of the Eagles. Free throws somewhat hit or miss here tonight, as they trail by 3. No offensive charge going to be found there. Instead, another reach-in going to go against Isaiah King. That is going to be his second and team foul number 1 here in quarter number 4. So the one thing to note, though, is that foul trouble will certainly be potentially an issue, especially in the post for the Railroaders. So they got to do a good job of at least maintaining the control and the tempo in their direction. Again, keep in mind, JV game going into double overtime. That's why we had the little bit of the late start time here in this one. Here's a bounce pass up. Can't get it. And now Garrett will have an opportunity to extend it to a 2-possession game, as the foul is going to be picked up this time on Singleton, I should say. So Singleton is going to get credit for the foul in that one. Almost over at Buy High Gymnasium, 67-49. An advantage of the Legends, as that one is nearly just about over. Also keeping our eyes on the double overtime game. They are even at 60 over in Woodburn with Eastside and Woodland. So 2 exciting finishes brewing in one in the AC with a crossover ACAC NECC game, and one with two NECC pundits going back to back. 7:03 remaining here in regulation. 4-point game advantage of Garrett. Eagles trying to find a way to break through. Railroaders trying to find a way to stay alive. Here's Wilson, 2-on-1. Spits it back over to Palmer. Palmer trying to continue to keep the momentum in his direction. Nice little spin on the opposite side, gets back to Wilson. Wilson again, lobs it down low, connects back over to Palmer. Palmer spits it out and away, finds Serrano. Serrano connects back over to Tonkel. Tonkel again on the return. Long jumper on the way, can't get it to go, as they'll let that one bounce out of play. Again, one of the great venues in the NECC, seating just a little under 1,200. But again, the stands obviously pulled out to the floor, a very intimate atmosphere here at the home of the Eagles. This one spits back, jumper, can't get it to go. That's off the hands of Hedges. Hedges can't get it. Now another loose ball. This one reached in. Nice block again from the hands of Tonkel. Tie up in the middle. Who's going to come up with it? It's a jump ball and going to stay with the Railroaders. But Carson Tonkel doing a great job again of continuing to keep the momentum in his direction, but just gets awfully short. This one batted down and away, and eventually out of play. It's Isaiah King trying to keep a hand on it. 6:01 remaining. (36-32). Now another bounce pass into the hands of Tonkel. In timeout situation right now. Busco's got 3, Garrett's got 4. So again, if they got to stop him, try to reconfigure the plays, you got to think they'll save that for the last 2 minutes in regulation if we get there. Palmer can't get it. Here come the Eagles again. Here come the Railroaders again. Here's King. King spits it out. King looks, jumps, banks it home. Isaiah King finding a way to hit it from beyond the arc, and the lead back to 7. Quick spin move again. It's Tonkel. Can't get it off the iron. Back in the hands of Garrett. And now the Railroaders look in. Contact going to be drawn off the freshman in Wilson. 39-32 advantage of the Railroaders. And the foul's going to be picked up again on Wilson, so that's going to be his second. Or actually, I beg your pardon, that's going to be, yep, that will be his second. Team foul number 2. The Railroaders with 1 with 5:09 remaining, so you have to think the physical contact is going to play a factor depending on how late this one could go. Again, only a 4-point game, or 7-point game now officially. Thanks to King getting the quick triple on the board. It looks like the officials are discussing. They want to stop and think it over, and they will. Churubusco will take it, and we will take it with them. 39-32 advantage of the Railroaders. We're back in a moment.
Game day, the moment athletes live for. The intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Well, it has been all about the small schools making some noise here tonight. And 60 all now in triple overtime. A near deflection for the hands of King, and this one has been just as close, just as fun. 39-32 as King couldn't get the jump down and in. It's a nice little swing for Morales, able to get the kiss off the glass. As Morales gets it in time, and now Garrett got to quickly try to bring it back the other way to try to at least maintain control. The Eagles have not had a lead at all here tonight. The closest they've had is when this game started at 2-0. Have to try to come up big on defense if they can. With 4:18 remaining. And you can see Garrett playing a little bit of a slow-mannered play. As the Eagles trying to at least maybe force a little bit of contact. Blaine Wilson all over Carter Kaufman, kind of really bouncing around on that perimeter edge. But again, credit to the Railroaders finding a way to milk down at least 30 seconds on this offensive play, if not more. You can hear some people not too thrilled about the keep-away play, but Coach Logan Traylor very content of doing just that. Looks to try to find the connection in on the inside, spits this one out, and again back over to Armstrong. Armstrong now over to Hedges. Hedges again looks over to Kaufman. Kaufman able to get it up and in. And a great offensive executed play. You milk about 45 seconds on the possession, and you get the 2 points, but more importantly, buying time on your side. And a 7-point affair. Now, can Churubusco look for it? Offensive foul going to be picked up against Tonkel. Or will it be against Tonkel? We saw the official give the hand signal potentially for number 50 in Singleton. And it will be on Singleton on the offensive push.
His second, team's third. Timeout, Churubusco.
And Churubusco will take another timeout. We'll take it with him. 41-34, 3:17 remaining. Garrett trying to hang on.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, and while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
Churubusco now down to their final timeout. Garrett still with 4 remaining officially, with 3:10 left to go, and the Railroaders have done a masterful job of playing keep away, bending, not breaking here tonight. This one eventually taken away by Palmer. Palmer 2-on-1, now connects back over to Morales. The Eagles gonna have to try to play with a little bit of desperation. There's a long triple. Serrano can't get it to go. Nice swing inside for Palmer. Palmer looks up, can't get it. Palmer tries to eventually bat for it. Let's say it's last touched by Armstrong. So they're going to stay with Churubusco with 2:47 remaining here in regulation. Bounce pass again to Serrano. Serrano gets down low, connects back over to Morales. Morales looks over to Tonkel. 3-on-1 pressure in the key and wide. That has got to be at least the second time tonight we've seen number 14 just connected, use his body up and in. And a chance now to take it down to a 4-point game yet again with 2:37 remaining. O'Neal returning back in for Garrett. They're going to try to go on the high post presence if they can. Busco has done it really on the strength of Tonkel with 16 of 37 tonight, with 2.5 remaining here in the fourth. They've got some work left to do. Here's a connection on the left side. This one, cross-court pass over to Armstrong. Armstrong trying to continue to keep it in his own territory. Finds Gonya. Gonya spit up, can't get it to go, but a chance to go to the line. So that's the last foul to give. It goes against Palmer. He picks up his third. And so Garrett's going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the way as it goes in and out. Again, free throws haven't been kind for either team on the board today, mind you. But a chance again for O'Neal to try to get some quick points on the board. A chance of air ball still being heard by the masses. He makes the second. 42-37. O'Neal with 13 tonight. Certainly a contender for your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game should this one finish out. Serrano somehow finds a way to stiff arm it and keep it on himself. Here's Tonkel. Can't get it. Rebound back in the hands of the Railroaders. They go back up to Kaufman. Kaufman, jumper, up, can't get it to go. Not going to matter. Free throws again going to be upcoming for Garrett. And as long as they can try to make a few on the board and force the contact away, they will be looking at getting their second win in 9 games. But again, providing that little extra oomph of momentum to try to finish out your season strong. And eventually how the ping pong balls may drop in postseason play. 42-37, Kaufman misses the first, makes the second. Makes it a full 2 possessions, however. 43-37, a minute 53. Eagles down to 1 timeout. Garrett still has 4. Bounce pass over to Tonkel. Tonkel again. Triple. Can't get it. Nice rebound back in the hands once more of O'Neal. So you can see Busco trying to go in for that full court trap. Eventually batted off the knee, still kept live by Kaufman. And now Coach Logan Traylor wants to call the timeout. It's a full one with 1:31 remaining here in quarter number 4 as it's Garrett leading. They're leading 43-37. With 91 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, in the other game going on right now here on Summit City Sports, it's Eastside trying to get up to a 2-possession lead in triple overtime, 66-64. There's a free throw upcoming now to try to go for that magic number of 6-7, and they miss it. Chance now for Woodland now bringing it in on the inside. Eli Lawrence, Caden Linder with you on that one as they are nearing the conclusion and an exciting one in triple OT. We think we've got one that could be headed for an exciting conclusion as well. Get a 6-point game, but again, no matter what, you can always find a way in it, especially here when it comes to the season of change, and again, very March-like weather. And we can confirm now officially it is over at Woodland, and the Blazers survive by 2. 66-64. For those of you just watching that game, we welcome you inside here. Could have a wacky finish here too. 6-point game. Eagles going to have to try to get some steals and move rather quickly. This one nearly a backcourt violation picked up for Armstrong. Armstrong trying to continue to keep it alive. Now sits back over to King. King able to connect up to Armstrong. Again, you got to think a little bit of keep away mentality. Busco is over the limit. They could find a way to really get up by 3 possessions here. Double team pressure, trapped. It's off the hands of Gagne. So the double team pressure works in time for the Eagles. And 43-37. So again, those of you who were just watching Eastside and Woodland, we welcome you inside to this one. As Garrett has held the lead all night long, but Churubusco has been so close to trying to knock on the door. But the Railroaders have done it thanks to a multitude of scores so far as we head up on 1 minute remaining. Still far from over. Here's Serrano. Serrano going to have to try to lay the pressure up. Gets it down. Now back over to Tonkel. Tonkel looks up again. Here's the freshman. Nice kiss off the glass, up and in. It's Blaine Wilson on the board. As Wilson was looking to try to get that contact to maybe make it a 1-possession game. as Churubusco takes their final timeout. We're just going to update the timeout board for Garrett as well with you, as the Railroaders still have 3 remaining. Hey, as a reminder, coming up on Friday night, we go 6 ways here on Summit City Sports, as we will have Bishop Dwenger taking on Northrop, Bishop Luers taking on Northside, Wayne taking on Concordia, Leo taking on Snyder, and Wawasee taking on Southside, Northwood taking on Blackhawk as well. And again, the SAC has certainly turned into a wacky SAC standings, but it looks like, barring any major collapses, it's going to be in the hands of the Southside Archers, as they have completed their SAC play. Them and Snyder currently tied at top of the table at 7-2 apiece. So pending on how some of the other results will go, it looks like the Archers could very well be close to clinching the SAC. Since there are no ties at the top for 2, only 3-way ties. So again, we'll have some of those games for you coming up. Well, the 6 games we mentioned, we'll have those for you coming up on Friday night here on the network. Meanwhile, Garrett trying to play keep away yet again, trying to avoid the Busco trap pressure. They've done a good job of at least getting some of those double team pressure. Now 2-on-1 again, Kaufman. And another timeout to at least ice the ball just a little bit. So again, good play again for Garrett of slowing it down once more. 30.3 remaining here in quarter number 4. So the other games we'll have for you coming up on Friday night, or we should say on Friday night, later this weekend on Saturday here on Summit City Sports. Non-conference action for you across the way begins at 2:30 with Blackford taking on Snyder. And we go 2 ways at 6 p.m. as Woodland takes on Bishop Dwenger. Bishop Luers heads down to the TP at Belmont at 6. And Southside will take on Blackhawk Christian. That'll be a fun one in that Saturday night window at 7:30. That'll be coming up all on Saturday afternoon and evening. 30.3 remaining. Garrett going to have to try to play some keep away if they want to hang on. 26.5 remaining. And then eventually the fouls got to go for the reach in on Palmer. As Palmer picks up his 4th. Busco over the limits. As Gabe Armstrong with an opportunity to at least try to pull it further out of reach. He's got 4 on the night thus far, make it 5. And so again, it's really felt like a chess-like atmosphere, or chess-type atmosphere. But will the Railroaders eventually have the upper hand with 24.2 remaining? We shall see. What we can tell you, though, a couple of contenders for your Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game, but won't tell you officially until it's over. He makes both free throws, and now Busco's going to need some steals and some quick triples. And you can see Garrett laying the pressure down. 18 seconds remaining. They go over to Serrano. Serrano looks out. Morales, triple, rims off the iron. This one picked up off the glass, still kept live. Now another triple from Tunkel. That one's going to be off the iron in over 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Timeout called by Garrett, and that very well could do it. Still not over yet, but very well could do it. And again, a masterclass being played in terms of at least ball management and time management for the Railroaders. So with that, multiple contenders you could give your Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game to. I'm going to give it to 2 of them with 4.6 remaining. And that's going to go to Aiden O'Neill with 13 on the night thus far. Carter Kaufman with 12 on the night thus far for the Railroaders. Honorable mention, however, going to number 42, Isaiah King. Real honorable mention to Carson Tunkel of Churubusco with 16 on the night. And a lot of those coming in on those and one plays. So again, a lot of different players you could give your PSM Sports Medicine Player of the Game to. And again, O'Neill and Kaufman going to take honors here tonight. 4.6 remaining. Garrett's going to inbound it. You got to think Busco's going to try to force the contact on the foul, but Again, too little, too late it may appear. They draw it in, keep it in on the trap, and then they call the foul. With 2.3 remaining. So Tonkel's going to get his second. And Carter Kaufman now with a chance to improve his stat line here tonight. Despite under his average of scoring of the season, still has been one of the key components for the Railroaders this evening as he hits lucky number 13. And that ought to do it. Hedges coming in for King as Isaiah King met with a nice standing ovation by some of the Garrett faithful, we should say. And it's going to be a line change upcoming now for Churubusco, including Caden Malcolm, number 42, Josiah Klein, number 32, Jeremiah Morales, number 44, Henry Tillepaugh. For Garrett, a lot of other substitutions. Javen Bailey, number 4, Brody DeBoer, number 32, Camden Masick, number 33, Wyatt Hefty, all coming in. So again, just line changes everywhere of the last 2.3 remaining as the Eagles going to improve to 5-15. Churubusco going to fall 2-3-15. But again, the Railroaders did it on masterful timing of scoring here tonight as they get the win. Will it be a 7-point game or an 8-point game? Could be 5, could be 3, who knows? It's free throws up and in, one more substitution. As Mason coming back in for Garrett. And that ought to do it. Go for the inbounds pass. The freshman lobs it up and over, and that's how this one comes to a close. As Garrett gets the win over Churubusco, 47-39. As the Eagles will fall to 3-15 on the season, Garrett improves to 5-15. We'll see you tomorrow night for Leo and Bishop Dwenger, 6 ways on Friday. As you've been watching Indiana high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Have a great night.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand.
Talent, and it is just truly outstanding. And I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, you know, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall